YouTubers say it too often. Please become my Patreon and support me doing my videos. But is there actually a way to support Blender YouTubers like me without spending a single cent? Yes, there is.
Blender Defender.
It's incredible but true. There's a way to support Blender YouTubers completely free. For someone like me, working with a little laptop, rendering would take like forever. That's why there are render farms, but most of them are very expensive. But there's one render farm called SheepIt, which is completely free. That is possible because they are using the computers of the community for rendering. You can connect your own computer to render projects of other users. For each frame you render, you earn some points. The more points you have, the faster your own projects will be rendered. So you may have guessed it, I want you to help me earning these points. And that's actually very simple. By the way, everything I'm saying also applies if you want to use SheepIt for your own account. The way it works is a so-called public key which you can use to sign into render projects and earn points for my account, but they only work to render projects. You can't sign in here and change settings of my account. If you're already using SheepIt with your own account and don't want to use the public key, use the timestamps in the video description to see what you can do to support me on SheepIt instead. So, to help me using the public key, you have to go to the website of SheepIt. Link, public key and username are in the description below. And you go to Get Started and download the client for your system. When the download is finished, you go to the Downloads folder and run the client. Here you paste in my username IamBlenderDefender and the public key. Then you set the number of CPU cores to about half of the cores you have and set the task priority to -19. Down there we check Save Settings and Auto Sign In. With these settings you shouldn't notice SheepIt running in the background. Then let's just hit Save. We can make this window small and SheepIt will run in the background. To earn even more points, we can make a task automation that will run the client automatically when the computer starts up. For that, we have to go to the Windows Start menu, type in Task Scheduler, and then we have to run this app as administrator. Go to Create Task. Here we define a name for the task. Let's call it Help Blender Defender. And then we have to define a trigger, so we hit New and choose Add Start Up. Now we define what the task does, so we hit New again, and we want to run a program. We hit Browse and navigate to our Downloads folder where the client is saved. Now we hit Open and OK. We want to run the task only if the computer is connected to a network, so jumping over to the Conditions tab, we select Start Only if the following network's connection is available, any connections. Press OK and the task is created. Now you will support me every time you boot up your computer. If you already have an account and you don't want to use my public key, there are two ways how you can support me anyways. You can either join my team Blender Defender, or if you are already in a team, you can add me to your render projects of these users first list. So that's the way you can support me for free. I hope you found the tutorial helpful, leave a like and subscribe, and remember, a river cuts its way through stone not because it's so strong, but because it persistently pursues its destination.